Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Jay Cartere.
I'm Aysh.
And in this video, we're going to be reviewing Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 10. This is the Game of Thrones finale. Is that how you...
Yes, that's how you say it.
Yeah, that's how you
Because you were
pronounce
like, finally.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said finally
I
on
don't believe,
Snapchat.
I don't believe that was the case.
Finale. That's what you said. That's what you
I don't believe that was the case.
Right.
I think you're just making this up to just be pedantic. But... yeah, first we're going to go over what we thought about the episode, and then we're going to get into what actually happened in the episode and our thoughts on what happened and that sort of shit. That'll be the spoiler section. But do you want to start?
I thought it was a good episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't focused on what I thought it would be focused on, but it was good. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah. I guess without spoiling it, that's the most you can really say. Yeah, I guess I concur. I agree. I think it was a great episode. I had fun with it. I thought there was going to be more than there was, because the copy that I was watching, it seemed like there was 20 minutes left or something, but then it ended, and then after it showed like behind the scenes of the episode instead. So I had expected there to be more. So when it ended, I didn't think it was going to end there. I thought there was going to be more stuff. So
I knew it was 69 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think I was sitting there watching it thinking, okay, it's 69 minutes, it's about 68 minutes now?
Fair enough.
Like, who does that? I was watching it and taking fucking notes and seeing when it ends, innit? Like, that's how I didn't have my timer on. I wasn't fucking tapping the metronome and seeing if it was going to end soon. But yeah, let's get into the spoiler section. So, shit, we didn't even say the name of the episode, The Winds of Winter. So obviously I thought that this was going to be based mainly around, the Night's King and all that sort of shit, and the Army of the Dead and that sort of stuff. But that actually didn't come up in this episode at all. Like, even a little bit. Like, they talked about it a little bit, but you didn't see any of the White Walkers whatsoever.
Yeah, no Dead Army.
But it starts off with Loras Tyrell having his trial. He confesses to being gay. He says he will devote himself to the 7 gods, and he basically becomes a monk at this point. And the High Sparrow has his goons cut their symbol into his forehead. I think it's like some 7 type of I think it's some 7-pointed star or something. That's their symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cuts that into his forehead. Marjorie's all upset about it and says, you wouldn't do this, and High Sparrow says, yeah, I said that I will do some shit, and I was choosing my word or something.
She said you mutilated him and you said you wouldn't. He said, I said he'd be free after Cersei's had her trial.
Okay. And then after that, we see the Mountain go to the King's room. I think, we see Tommen try to leave, and then the Mountain just pushes him aside. Like, nah, boy, stay there. It ain't happening today. And then in the next scene, we see Grandmaster Pycelle is tricked into meeting with Qyburn, and then Qyburn has turned the little birds, Varys' little birds, into little murderers, basically. They're just out there with knives and shit, and they stabbed Pycelle to death. He's really taken them over to the dark side.
I didn't know that guy's name, but now I do.
Who? Qyburn? Grandmaster Pycelle. I think that's his name. I'm hoping that's his name.
Qyburn I know, because he looks like Mr. Filch from Harry Potter.
Okay, I don't know how that would make you know his name, but fair enough. I think Walder Frey is Mr. Filch from Harry Potter.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You didn't realise that?
No.
It's surprising that you mentioned that in this episode, that there was bare Walder Frey in this episode. But then we see Lancel Lannister is also tricked and stabbed by Little Bird. It doesn't kill him though, it only paralyzes him. And then we see Marjorie tell the High Sparrow that Cersei is up to something and they all need to leave. And at this point, I was thinking, I kind of knew what was coming next.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard all the theories about, Cersei burning down King's Landing with wildfire. So I was thinking, is she going to burn down the whole of King's Landing and do some madness?
Part of me thought that the High Sparrow was going to escape.
I didn't know whether people was going to escape or die or anything. I didn't know.
But yeah, they were holding
Marjorie
back.
But I did know there was going to be some shit to do with wildfire. And then, what's that guy's name? Lancel crawls through the tunnel he's in, and he sees candles on top of wildfire. The wildfire then explodes and kills everyone at the trial. All the High Sparrows guys, all the little sparrows and all that sort of bullshit. He kills Marjorie Tyrell, Lancel Tyrell. So now obviously their grandmother's upset, Elena Tyrell, and yeah, she's gonna be, you know, trying to get some vengeance over here. So after that, we see fucking Cersei looking, and she smiles like a boss while sipping wine. She's just out here, just looking so menacing.
It doesn't faze her at all to kill people.
So menacing. And at that point, I put some respect on Cersei's name still, because I hated Cersei like from like episode 1, I think.
I loved her like the whole time.
Why?
I don't know. I just like her.
She's a terrible person.
She's a good mum.
Such a terrible person. She's not a good mum.
No, but she tries to do the best for her kids.
Yeah, but she
just fails sometimes.
She's such a terrible person. She's such a devious, disgusting character.
But that's why I like her. Like you like Littlefinger.
Yeah,
like
but I thought she deserved her comeuppance and all that sort of shit. But when I saw her do this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put some respect on your name because you outmaneuvered people, you done what you needed to do, and now you're the one with all the power. I respect you, Cersei. Still, now I don't hate her anymore. But I'm sure she's gonna do some wild, disgusting shit pretty soon. Cersei then tortures the nun that tortured her back when she was captured by the High Sparrow.
This was funny.
Was it?
When she locked the door and she was just like, shame.
Did she say? Yeah. That was cool. She then brings the Mountain in to torture her for ages before she dies. He takes off his helmet, but we don't actually get to see it because he's in the dark. I was really disappointed about that. I wanted to see
some really.
I wanted to see exactly what he looks like at this point in time, but I guess they might show that to us next season, which we have to wait for to see everything now, which is fucking annoying. But after that, we see Tommen jump out the window and he kills himself. He's just dead. Like when I saw that, I was like, okay, maybe he's dead, maybe he's not. But it's later confirmed that he was murdered. Not murdered. He killed himself.
But what really felt weird to me is that he didn't jump. He just when you do them trust exercises at school, you just got to fall back.
He fell. He just
let himself fall.
Yeah, because Tommen's a weird one. I guess he was just so manipulated and he just got low self-esteem and all that sort of shit. So
I guess he's still quite young, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's probably bare in love with Marjorie and whatnot, and probably the High Sparrow kind of took him under his wing and made him his little bitch. So he probably felt like, you know, he had some connection with the High Sparrow and that sort of stuff, and then they were all dead, so he was upset, and then he just, you know, I didn't expect him to kill himself.
Maybe he thought his mum was in there.
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. But I think I'm happy he's dead, to be honest. He was a whack king. He was a whack king. He was a waste man.
The thing is, he was whack, but he wasn't as interesting as Joffrey was when he was whack.
Joffrey was a bad king. Like a very bad king. Tommen was a whack king. He was just ineffective. So, he was a terrible king. There's no need for him to be a king whatsoever. He's just a little bitch. But after that, we see Walder Frey holding a feast celebrating their victory over the Blackfish. Walder talks to Jaime, and then he disses the Blackfish basically, and Jaime doesn't seem pleased. As we said in the last review, I swear, I talked about how Jaime looked up to the Blackfish and all that sort of shit. Walder boasts about conquering his enemies, and then Jaime tells him that people don't fear the Freys, they fear the Lannisters. And if they keep losing the Riverlands and calling on the Lannisters to help them back, then why do the Lannisters need them, basically? So he basically put him in his place and told him he was a little bitch. And then we see Qyburn show Cersei Tommen's body, so that was the clarification that Tommen is dead. Like, he could have just jumped out and then landed in a pile of hay like in Assassin's Creed, but no, that was not the case. Tommen is, you know, murdered. Well, not murdered. I keep on saying he's murdered. He's just dead. He's not dead. Coming back. Then we see Sam and Gilly arrive at Old Town. Sam is permitted to use the library, but no women or children are allowed, so Gilly stays outside. And the library is very massive. I've heard a few theories about like the Maesters and whatnot, and how they they don't want any more magic left in the world. They want to deny it all and do all that sort of shit. And they've got bare knowledge that they're keeping away from people and that sort of stuff. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Maesters know. And I think Sam is our peek through the looking glass to see what the Maesters know and see what information they have over there. The whole Gilly and whatever the baby's name is.
Sam.
Is the baby's name Sam?
I think so, yeah.
I don't have a clue what's going to happen with them at all. But yeah, this...
I don't care either.
It was a quick scene and then it was gone.
I didn't get why in the finale,
yeah, I don't know.
everything they put them there. Like, why not put them in a little clip in like the 8th episode or whatever?
It seemed out of place, but I think they just wanted to, you know, put it in there so they can set up what happens next season, so we can actually see what happens in, you know, the Old Town and whatnot, which I think has already progressed in the books. I don't think this is a new thing. But yeah, let's get on to what happened next. We see Davos give Shireen's sculpture to Melisandre. Is that her name? Is it Melisandre? Is that how you say it? Melisandre?
I don't know.
The red woman. Let's just call her that.
Right.
Give me a sec. Let me just restart this recording real quick. Alright, so we see Davos give Shireen's sculpture to the Red Woman. He then tells Jon what they did to her, and the Red Woman admits to burning Shireen at the stake. She also admits to being wrong about Stannis. Davos asks Jon to execute the Red Woman for murder, and then the Red Woman tells Jon that the Lord of Light is not done with her and she can help against the army of the dead. And Jon tells her to ride south. He says if she returns north, then he'll have her hanged as a murderer, which... I
feel like he's going to need her.
I understand Jon doing what he's doing, but I personally think Jon is a terrible leader. I don't think he has what it takes. I think he's too honourable. I think he's like Ned Stark, and he's basically a Stark, innit? Like, all these Starks just want to be honourable and nice guys and shit. And that's what gets you murdered. That's what makes you lose. He needs to be more, you know, scumbag like Littlefinger and whatnot. You got to be a scumbag to be king and to be a good leader. If you're out here trying to be bare honourable and whatnot, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. As you saw, he got murdered and now he's back to life and now he's still trying to be fucking honourable and whatnot. So I understand why he sent her away, but I think that was a bad tactical decision.
I don't think he should have killed her, though. You think he should have killed her?
No, I don't think he should have killed her. But I guess sending her away is better than killing her, because now she has the opportunity to come back and he'll probably accept her at that point, especially if Davos is dead.
And if she comes back and she's like saving his life or some shit. Yeah,
then you can't really, you know, murder her at that point. Or when they're fighting the White Walkers, she might just come and be around. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But at least she's not dead, which is, you know, the best thing. Jon tells Sansa he's having the Lord's Chamber prepared for her. He admits that it was her fault that they won the battle. And then Jon asks Sansa if she trusts Littlefinger, to which she replies, only a fool would trust Littlefinger, like, you know, Ned Stark, who was a fool for trusting Littlefinger, to be honest. And then she says she should have told Jon about him and the Knights of the Vale, and she apologizes. He then tells her that they need to trust each other, so hopefully they're coming closer together and all that sort of stuff. I did think that Sansa was going to, you know, take over stuff and marry Littlefinger and go and take the throne.
Yeah,
but it doesn't seem like she's
gonna go.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's into that. So Sansa then tells Jon that a white raven came from the Citadel and tells him that winter is here. So all this time,
I didn't get why the raven being white was significant.
I don't know either, because I don't know about that sort of shit. But all I know is that for like 6 seasons, yeah, they've been saying winter is coming, and finally winter is here. So some shit is gonna go down in the next season. I'm pretty sure they're saying that it's gonna be the coldest winter ever and all this sort of stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see if, you know, the Night's King can pass the wall, because let me not even get into that next. We'll talk about that when we talk about what happened to Benjen and whatnot in this episode. Okay. But Grandmother Tyrell is in Dawn. The Dawn Queen, I don't know what her name is, says, tells Olenna that they need to team up, who is Grandmother Tyrell, if you didn't know, so that they can get revenge against the Lannisters. And then Varys appears in the shadows like a scumbag that he is. But I think that Varys is still working for Daenerys, but is trying to get Dawn and the Tyrells on Daenerys' side. At first, it looked like he was, you know, I thought he was betraying her, but then we saw Varys later on in the episode with Daenerys, so I thought maybe he might just be trying to bring everything together, because it doesn't make sense why he'd betray her. Because he
did say he went to get more friends.
Yeah, he did say he went to get friends and allies and that sort of stuff, so that's what I believe he's doing there. Tyrion, no. Dario tells Daenerys that her ships are nearly ready. Daenerys tells him that he's not coming to Westeros and that she wants him to stay in Marine in order to hold the peace. He asks to come because he loves her and that, and she tells him that she can't let him come. It's just not going to happen because she needs to go marry a lord and, you know, just do stuff that's more tactical. She can't just bring a lover. Tyrion asks Daenerys if she's afraid. She nods. She tells him that saying bye to Dario made her feel afraid because she felt nothing. Tyrion tells her that he believes in her, and then she names him Hand of the Queen and gives him a handpin, which I was very happy about.
I feel like Tyrion and Daenerys are going to get married, you know.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Why not?
Because that wouldn't give her any alliances whatsoever, because Tyrion's not really connected to the Lannisters. The Lannisters don't really respect him, so there's no need for that. She needs to marry someone else that's going to give her a foothold.
Not for alliances. It's just like the way he looked at her.
That's not going to happen. There is no marriage for the sake of marriage in Game of Thrones. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that doesn't happen. It's not going to be a happy ending and they fall in love and they're like, okay, let's get married. No, that's not happening. She's going to marry for an alliance if she does marry. I don't think she's going to marry Tyrion because that just doesn't make any sense.
And Tyrion definitely loves her.
I don't know. He said that he believes in her. I don't know if he loves her. But he's Hand of the Queen, which is great. It's a step up. It's good for him. I'm happy for him. I hope it all works out. And yeah, in the next scene we see Walder Frey is fed his sons in a pie by a servant that turns out to be Arya in a different face, and then Arya cuts out Walder Frey's throat, which I thought, when I saw it, I was like, this is great. When she took off the face and it was Arya, I was like, this is amazing. But I don't understand how she's got this, you know, faceless man's power since she left them. And
I thought she was just wearing a mask. She went like this. Like, to take a mask off.
Are you a clown? She was wearing the face.
Oh, okay.
Or you thought it was just a mask?
I thought it was just a random mask.
Oh, that looks exactly like another person.
Alright.
Just a mask. Like, you can put on a mask and look exactly like another person. Does that happen?
Also, I realised this person, that the Walder Frey guy is the person that I think looks like Mr. Filch.
He is.
Yeah, I know. So it wasn't Qyburn, but I get them both confused.
Okay, well, basically, I didn't know that Arya still has this power. I don't know where she got the face from or anything like that. Plus, last time she put on a face without having the permission, she went blind. So I don't know how this makes any sort of sense.
Maybe because she said she was going home to the many-faced god or whatever. And so maybe I don't know, maybe they struck a deal when he gave her permission. Didn't
see any deal. She just bust out, so I don't know what Aysh is talking about there.
But it could have happened behind, like, not on camera.
I doubt that's what's happening, but it seems like a plot hole there, so hopefully they explain that, because if she does have, you know, the powers, then I'm happy. I think that's great. That's why I wanted her to go with the faceless men, so that she had all the superpowers and she came back so she could murder everyone. But if they don't explain it, that's going to be a little annoying. In the next scene, Littlefinger tells Sansa that he wants to sit on the Iron Throne with her by his side, and then he tries to kiss her. And Sansa stops him from kissing her and leaves him with blue balls. Littlefinger then tells her that he's declared for House Stark, to which she replies that means nothing because he has declared for bare other families, and he tells her that the past is the past. I'm upset for Littlefinger because I wanted this plan of his to go well. I wanted him to, you know, get Sansa, unite the North, and go and take the Iron Throne with Sansa as his queen. But now it seems like that might not happen. That might not occur for Littlefinger. So he's probably going to be scheming a different scheme next season that is probably going to fuck some shit up. So
he might try and marry Arya. She still said Arya Stark though, actually.
I don't think she did. She said Arya.
Maybe I'm just...
I don't know where you're getting this from. You're just listening to whatever you want to hear. Benjen takes Bran to a werewood tree and then leaves him. Bran touches the tree and sees a vision. He sees young Ned find Lyanna Stark in the Tower of Joy. She tells him that if Robert found out, he will kill him and that Ned has to protect him. She then says, "Promise me, Ned," and a baby is handed to him. Pardon me. It's then shown that the baby is Jon Snow. So now we have confirmed that Jon Snow is Lyanna's son. Whereas I'm assuming that it's Rhaegar's son also. It probably is. This probably confirms that also. So yeah, that theory that has been lingering around for years and whatnot, and that has been, you know, made into so many countless videos, has finally been proven, and we finally know who Jon Snow's mother is. Which let's just get on to what happens next, because I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought Jon Snow was just going to be a soldier, but in the next scene, it seems to change the landscape of what I thought was going to happen in Game of Thrones. So Jon tells his men that the war is not over. Lord Mormont gives Lady Mormont, my bad, gives a lovely speech praising Jon Snow as the king in the north. And then the families that refused to fight for Jon before then praise him and swear their allegiance to Jon, declaring him the king in the north. And Littlefinger's in the corner looking displeased. He looks at Sansa. She sees him. At first she's like smiling, happy for Jon, and then she sees Littlefinger and her mouth like turns into a frown basically. She realizes everything is not all cool. But basically, I thought that Sansa was going to be Lord of the House and all that sort of stuff and be the Queen in the North, and then go with Littlefinger to take over the Iron Throne and that sort of shit. But it seems like everyone's trying to pledge their sword to Jon because he's obviously a man and whatnot. And he's such an honourable guy, and he came back from the death, and he's a great swordsman, which makes sense, but he's a crap leader. He cannot be king.
But I think Littlefinger will end up killing Jon eventually, and then trying to take the house with Sansa.
Maybe, but
because he looked so salty when when all of that was happening. Like he was plotting and scheming. Like
he's not happy. Of course he's not happy. Of course he's not happy. Who would be happy? Like his plan isn't going to plan. Basically, he came in there trying to get some shit done, and it's not working out. So I'm hoping that Littlefinger's gonna come up with a scheme. Hopefully, we get to actually see what Littlefinger's up to or what he's planning for like an episode or something in the next season. But I doubt that's gonna happen. I doubt that's gonna happen at all. Let me just restart this again. There we go. So yeah, after that we see Jaime returns to King's Landing. He obviously sees what Cersei has done. He sees the
smoke.
Was it the Sept? Is it?
Yeah, the Sept.
Is it the Sept? I don't even know what it is, but he sees it on fire.
Big hall.
Cersei sits atop the Iron Throne and is sworn in as queen, which I am happy about. Yeah. I am really happy about that. After she just got rid of her enemies, like she said she would. In was it like episode 2 or something, where she said they'll get rid of all their enemies or something. She done that. she took them out in one fell swoop, and now she's queen again. Like she always wanted to be, I guess. She's got the power. She's got the influence. Like the influence was all taken away from her. Now she's got it back. Wait, was her uncle at the trial?
Which one's that uncle?
Kevin Lannister. Was he at the trial? I don't know if Kevin's alive or if he was at the trial. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess he probably counts as an enemy too. But Jaime didn't look super pleased. I don't think he looked super happy about it.
Because obviously it means his son's died.
Yeah, I understand that. So it's going to be interesting to see how, what the relationship is between them.
He probably might think she's gone too far.
I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what the relationship is between them in the next season, to see if they're still cool or if they're like breaking apart, like not being cool and whatnot. Because remember, Jaime does want to be an honourable guy and all that sort of shit. So, and Walder Frey just died, so they're not going to be able to hold like the Riverlands for very much long, because Arya killed all the heirs to the Frey fucking name and all that sort of shit. So I don't know what's going to happen over there. It's going to be very interesting. After that, we see Daenerys' forces set sail for Westeros, and Varys is back with her on the ship also. So we see like all the boats and the Dothraki on the boats
and his sister
and the dragons, and it's a very epic image, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens when they finally reach Westeros. I don't know how long it will take them to get there.
It will be like in episode 9.
Yeah, I said we got to wait a year to wait like to see fucking Daenerys take 9 episodes to get to Westeros, which probably will occur. But Varys was teleporting in this episode, so maybe they'll be able to teleport to Westeros real quick, because I don't know how quickly.
But Dawn isn't that far from Marine, I don't think.
Is it not?
No.
Oh,
the climate looks very similar.
I didn't know, but that was the episode. It was a very epic episode. A lot of things happened. There's a lot of things to look forward to. Yeah. Daenerys is finally moving towards the Iron Throne. Finally, Tommen has finally got booted off the fucking Iron Throne.
Finally rid of the religious people.
We finally got rid of the High Sparrow and all them guys. Cersei's now on the throne. Olenna Tyrell is out here for this revenge thing. Cersei's ruling with an iron fist. She's got the mountain. She's out here. She's going to be able to do whatever the fuck she wants. It's going to be very interesting. And I'm looking forward to the next series. What do you think of this series, though? Let's give the whole entire series a little wrap up.
Well, I think things got moving, like lots of different parties got moving towards the throne, if that makes sense. But I don't know if it's my favourite series.
You have a favourite series?
I don't think it's I have a favourite everything. You just don't think like that.
Yeah, because I understand it as a piece of work that is going to evolve and eventually finish. It's a story, so I don't just pick out chapters and say that's my favourite chapter and stuff like that. So that seems a bit weird to me.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed the series overall. It felt like, I don't know if more happened in this one than the other ones, but like it just felt.
It's all coming to.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
To the penultimate moment in Game of Thrones, or the climax, basically. It's all coming to that. You can sense that everything's moving towards that because Daenerys is finally moving. Like, this has been going on since fucking day one. We've been thinking about when the dragons were going to get big, like what's going to happen when the dragons finally go to Westeros and she tries to take over the Iron Throne. So we're finally going to see, maybe in the next season, or maybe they'll stretch it out and they'll get shipwrecked and it'll be in the season after that. Hopefully not.
I think it will take like 2 episodes for them to reach.
You think it's going to be 2 episodes, then she sits on the Iron Throne, it's all happy. Oh, they have a battle for like 3 episodes, and then she sits on the Iron Throne, it's all cool.
Negotiations, and then they sit outside King's Landing planning what to do.
Planning with dragons. I don't think there's going to be any planning. I think there's just going to be chaos and fucking burning and upset people.
What do you think of the series overall then? You were happy with it?
I thought it was good, yeah. I was cool with it. I had conversations with a few people who weren't really happy about the series. They felt it was moving too slow, or that
I guess in some
things weren't happening a lot. But I saw those slow episodes as slow in inverted commas. I saw those episodes as just building blocks, just giving us, just setting up stuff that was going to happen down the road. And yeah, a lot of stuff did happen down the road. I'm very upset about the Dawn storyline. That
you wanted more from.
We started off with the Dawn storyline in like, was it episode 2 or something, or episode 1? And then there was like 5 minutes of it, and then another 5 minutes in episode 10. That was weird to me. It was like what's the point of that? There should have been.
Maybe it's building up for more that will happen in the next season.
But she killed the guy, took over, and then chilled for like 9 episodes to wait until they finally go and attack. Like, come on, what was the point of killing him then? You might as well have just chilled. Like, there was no need to do that.
Maybe
like that.
She was waiting for Grandma Tyrell to be in a position where they need a lion.
I don't think the payoff was good enough at all for that setup.
Well, it's sort of a minor plot part at the moment, though, isn't it? Dawn.
Is it? I don't know.
Well, it's not as major as like Cersei and Daenerys.
I don't know. All I know is that there was like 10 minutes throughout the whole season in Dawn, and it's like, if you're going to give us 10 minutes, why give us any minutes? Or just give us some actual substance, basically. So that was a little annoying. What else was I annoyed about? I don't know. Not enough Littlefinger. Definitely not enough Littlefinger.
Littlefinger had pretty absent this.
Had like 10 minutes throughout the fucking series as well. Like, you just got a little piece of Littlefinger talking to Sansa, acting like a little bitch, and, you know,
giving that guy a falcon.
Wasn't enough Littlefinger. We needed more Littlefinger, more scheming, more disgusting scumbaggery. But other than that, you know what? I'm cool with the way it turned out. I think there was a few surprises, as Jon being like the king in the north apparently now. That's a surprise because I didn't believe him to do that.
He was brought back to life in general.
No, I knew he was coming back. I didn't think he was dead at all.
No, not as a surprise, but it was a big thing.
They based so much of the series around him that it didn't make sense for him to die. Like, at all. It didn't make any sense for him to die. So I knew he was coming back. I told everyone, and I was just proven right. But yeah, it was a good series. I really enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Also, be sure to subscribe, as we will be reviewing, you know, Game of Thrones when it comes out next year, I guess. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long. So all this warmth I share with you.